Welcome back, everybody. This is Red Halo here. We're playing more One Piece Treasure Cruise. Today we got at News O'Clock the data download for the big Super Sugofest with the Onigashima trio legends here. As you can see, Luffy, Law, and Kid coming in here. These are gonna be Super Sugofest exclusive legends, so you won't be able to pull them on any other normal banner, which means this is definitely a banner that you'd be looking at. Anyway, we're going to go through all the steps here. We're going to go check out each part of the Sugofest. As you can see, we're going to get a free multi-pull here. We already knew this was coming because right now we're actually getting a free multi-pull every day at News O'Clock. And this is going to be the culmination of those free pulls, getting a free pull on this Super Sugofest. So good luck there. This is a Sugofest that's going to be separated into a bunch of parts. This is actually, right here going to be part 1, and it's going to go all the way through into part 4. Right now they don't have all the parts listed here, but we will go check those out in a bit. But right now we're just going to go through, the structure of the first part and talk about, why it's going to be worth pulling for or whether it's not. So let's look into it right now. I have not looked at any of the parts here so far, so this is going to be new for me. All right, so first 30 gems, like to see that. Second's going to be a special character. Now on the right side of the screen here we have all the characters that are be coming through with this Sugofest, as well as event characters and free-to-play characters. You might see on the last 3 characters are all like Wano type girl female character units. These are the special characters that they're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Reiju, the Shirahoshi, and the Rebecca. I think the Koala might be a free-to-play character that we get along the way, but I didn't see her along with the parts, but we might find out as we go look into the rest of the Sugofest parts whether she is actually there. Anyway, that's what that means right there. New special character. I'm pretty sure it means one of those 4. Third is going to be a Sugo rare character, and it's odd that they stated it that way because usually they don't say it that way. But at least it's a Sugofest character and not a rate boost or a Sugofest character. I hate those parts. So we have the third is that. The 4th is a Sugofest character. 5th is a Sugofest character. 6th is a rate boosted Sugofest. Okay, rate boosted Sugo rare character, yes. And the 7th multi-pull is a 7 times Sugo rare character for all the posters. That's a very good part. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a red on every poster, and you could get shafted and get like 1 red. I can't imagine you doing that part and not getting a red though. So that's a pretty good part. So far this is a good Sugofest. 8th is a rate boosted character. Okay, well, I just was saying that. And then 9th is also a rate boosted character. Those 2 parts aren't too great. 10th is a rate boosted Sugo rare. Okay. So basically what they're talking about there, it's going to be a limited pull step right there for a legend. That's just odd wording that they said it that way. A rate boosted Sugo rare. It's pretty much, a limited pull there. 11th is a rate boosted character. 12th rate boosted. 13 is a Sugo rare. 14 a rate boost again. 15 another limited step. 16 rate boosted. 17 Sugo rare. 18, 19 rate boost. 20 is a Super Sugofest only character. Wow. Okay, that is a very, very good step. So pretty much what that means is you're guaranteed to get one of the Super Sugofest only legends. Now, we don't know this right now, but we're assuming that Roger and Odin will be on these Sugofests. This means that if on this step you can pull Roger and Odin, as well as the 3 new ones, the Luffy, Law, and the Kid. That is a really good step. It does mean you have to go quite a ways for that step, and you might have already noticed there are no 1 gem multis on this Sugofest. So doing 20 multi-pulls is a lot on this Sugofest. that's a good step though. It's just a little out of reach, I think, for some people, especially if they want to go for multiple characters. 21 is going to be a rate boost. 22 is a rate boost. 23 is a Sugo rare. 24 is a rate boost. 25 is a limited Sugofest exclusive. 26 is a rate boost. 27 rate boost. 28 is a Sugofest character. 29 rate boost, and then you're guaranteed a new Super Sugofest only character. Now remember, this is part 1. This part has all 3 of the new units on it. So the Luffy, the Law, and the Kid are on this part, which means on the 30th you can get any of those 3. When it says new there, it's excluding Roger and Odin. I mean, I would be surprised if it had, based on what we saw on the 20th part, it'd be like that. From what I can tell, every single step has something going on, right? Like, I'm going through them right now and I can see every single step has something. It's the problem being that a lot of these steps are like rate boost character or just a legend, right? Those, especially the rate boost character step, it depends on how high the legend rate is for this. We don't know what it is right now. At minimum, it's going to be 2.5 though. Like, I can't imagine it being anything less than that, which is like a 10% legend rate is about 2.5, because we just had a 2 times with the 8 with the Ichiban Kuji Sugofest. So that 7th step is pretty darn good with 7 times the chance of legend on all of the posters there. It's just a shame there isn't any more steps like that. And we only get that 1 discount at the beginning. I think the only like really good steps that you can get decently early on are, like I said, that 7th multi and these rate boosted Sugo rare last poster there. Those are pretty good steps. Having a bunch of just getting legend on the +1 on a lot of these are kind of like, we don't know how good the pool of legends are going to be. Are they going to be, are there 30? Are there 25? Going on past banners like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 25 legends on each part. But it could be 20. If it's 20, that's, I think, pretty darn good. If you've been saving for a long time, I think this is going to be a good Sugofest, and you definitely should pull. If you've not been saving, this is kind of difficult to decide on, specifically due to the fact there aren't any more discounts other than the 30 gem. There are no 1 gem, unless, and we don't know this, a lot of these steps with, I can't imagine it, but maybe some of these steps are cheaper. There's nothing listed here that says otherwise, but it's a possibility. I don't see it happening. So that's just a lot of gems to go all the way to 30 if you're guaranteeing yourself with only 1 discount. I mean, because everyone's 50 gems. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's like 1,500 gems. Oh, minus 30, so 1,470. That's a ton. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and look forward ahead and check out on the other parts. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back here, and we're back with part 2, 3, and 4. They're all here. I already checked them, and as you can see on some of these parts, Roger and Odin are on them. They're actually on every part. I'm assuming they're going to be on this part. We don't know. If they are not on part 1, for people who already have Roger and Odin, that might be the way to go, because you don't want to maybe get them on that 20th step. But I'm gonna guess that they're gonna be on part 1 as well. Let's go ahead and look at the steps here. I'm gonna assume that, you know, the 3 and 4 are gonna be the same as part 2, so we're gonna look at part 2 here, and then it's gonna, I think, be pretty darn similar here. The second multi-pull is going to be the guaranteed Rebecca. So each part, I'm assuming, is going to have a guaranteed unit on the second, being the Reiju, the Shirahoshi, and the Rebecca. I'm just going to check that really quick. So we had Rebecca on part 2. There's Shirahoshi on part 3. And part 4 has Reiju. So I am pretty sure that Koala is a free-to-play unit at this point. Let's go through the steps here, though. So 30 gems for the one. Third is a Sugo rare, a character. Fourth is a rate boost or a Sugo rare character. All right, so already that's different. 4 and 5 are rate boost or a Sugo rare character. Okay, that is different. 6 is another Sugo rare. 7th is a super limited Sugo rare character. So obviously we can't tell for sure what this means right now because it has different wording than the part 1 Sugofest, where it was a rate boosted Sugo rare character. A super limited pull Sugo rare character makes me believe that it's more limited than a rate boosted red, because a rate boosted red, you know, could be just any of the reds on the banner, unless they are specifically rate boosting certain legends. So this could be a Sugofest that has all of the legends available in the entire game on it. It's just something that I'm thinking of right now just because of the wording that they are saying. Because on part 1, let's go back to part 1 really quick. Right? So again, we can see the difference between the two parts already. 3, 4, and 5 were all Sugo rares on part 1, where 4 and 5 were rate boost or Sugo rare on part 2, and I'm assuming 3 and 4. This is the step though that we're interested in, is the 6th here. Rate boosted Sugo rare. This leads me to believe, based on the wording, that this could possibly, I'm not sure on this, be a Sugofest that has every legend available on it. And if that's the case, yikes. I'm not sure about this Sugofest anymore. If that's the case, we don't know that. So, as we get more information, that could come to light on how many legends are on each part. That could sway a lot of opinion on it. But it's just weird. I feel it's very odd that they changed the wording so much like this. Rate boosted Sugo rare, and then on parts 2 and forward, it's a limited pull, super limited pull Sugo rare. If it is a limited pull of legends on every part, the super limited pull should be very good. Something like 5 to 7 characters, because normally when you get a super limited pull step, it is a very small amount of characters available. So interesting wording. 8th and 9th are a rate boost or a red. 10th is a selected Sugo rare character. Again, what is going on with the wording here? A selected Sugo rare character? So like, the way I just picture it right now, just off the top of my head, is it's possible that there's like 30, let's just say there's 30 legends available. A rate boosted red would be, let's just say, half of them. A selected red could be 12, 10 to 12, and then a super limited step is like 5 to 7. I don't know. It's just the wording is very odd for the Sugofest, and I can't wait to get more clarification on it because it's very odd. Okay, so let's keep going. 11, 12, rate booster or red. I don't like those steps. 13 is Sugo rare. 14, 15 again, rate booster or Sugo rare. You can already tell, if you remember, they do not have a step on this Sugofest part that so far that is like 7 times rate for red on every poster. They had that on part 1, nowhere to be found on the other parts here. 16 red, then we get 3, 17, 18, and 19 are a rate boost or a Sugofest character. Yikes. 20 is another super limited pull. Okay. 21, 22, and 23 rate boost or a Sugo rare. 24 is just a legend, and 25, so you can get the guaranteed whoever on whatever step. So part 2 is Luffy. On 25 multi-pulls, you get the guaranteed character instead of 30 like on part 1. But remember, on part 1, it's just a new Super Sugofest only character. You can get any of the 3 on part 1. Okay, I'm just going to check real quick on part 3, see if there's anything that seems off. It doesn't really look like it. It looks pretty much the same. Yes. Okay. With the very limited information we have right now, we don't know how many legends are on each part. I'm going to assume that part 1 has more legends available than the rest of the parts. Just based on the amount of steps that have Sugofest only characters on them, that just makes sense to me. I could be wrong, but that is what it looks like. It is confirmed that some of these parts come out on different times. I do not know when exactly those parts come out. I traveled ahead a bit for all these parts. Like, I think I'm on like the 23rd of the month or something like that. 2 weeks into the Sugofest, and they're still here. But I'm going to assume that they come out after like one day after each other, or they could be longer than that. Like a couple days. But they definitely don't all come out at the same time. So that's something to keep in mind. No 1 gem multis. That sucks. Part 1 steps are better for sure. But we don't know how many legends are on each part, and the wording of certain steps, like the super limited step and the selected step, I really don't know how many those are going to be in terms of legends. And again, this could be a Sugofest with every legend available. Just looking at it from my experience and the wording of certain steps, I could see that being the case. We don't know. There's a lot we don't know about the Sugofest, which kind of makes it hard to make a good decision right now on whether you should pull or not. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and say that there will be a limited amount of legends on each part. And if that's the case, I do see it worth pulling. On part 1 specifically, I think definitely going at least to the 7th step here would be a very good decision. That 7th step is a good point to maybe stop and look at what you want to do, because the next 2 steps are just rate boosted characters, and then you get a rate boosted Sugo rare, which again we don't know what that means other than it's going to be a legend and probably a more limited pull than usual. And then the next really good step is the 20th on part 1. Part 1 only has the step. Part 1 only has that 7 times step, and they also are the only part that has a rate boosted Sugo rare step. So I don't know. If you're looking to get a specific one of the Sugo rare characters, like you want to get Law for instance, it's a little bit harder to decide where you want to stop at. The super limited pull on the 7th could also be very good, but then again, the 10th we don't know about, and the next step after that that's even remotely decent, you have to go really far here. Look at this, 20. You got to go to the 20th step to get another super limited pull. It's hard to tell right now. Just on what we know, I don't think this is a super, it definitely is disappointing based on what we know right now, but there's a lot we don't know. So that's what I think right now. Once I get more information, I'll probably make a video, discussing the new information and whether or not my opinions have changed based on just these initial impressions, but that's what I think. I'm going to be doing another video going through each of the new characters on the banners, so that you can get a little more informed on what they do and maybe make a decision on which one you want to go for, if you want to go on 2, 3, or 4. But I do think, just based on initial impressions, that part 1 is better. You're not necessarily guaranteed one of the units, like specifically, but I think you're got more of a chance to get more of the units on part 1. Anyway, that's what I think, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, check out my other character video where we're going to go over all the characters on this banner, so you can get a little more informed on that. But anyway, guys, if you could go ahead and hit that like button for me, it'd help me out a great deal, as well as subscribe to the channel if you want to get notified when I put up more videos, and check out the description below, which has a link to my Twitch channel where we play a lot of Treasure Cruise and talk fun Treasure Cruise stuff, as well as play other games along the way. So guys, I hope to see you there, and I'll check you all later. See ya.